Alrighty, so what is up, ladies and gentlemen? As you know, there's been a lot of drama with YouTube as of lately, alright? My last video obviously was on the coryxkenshin drama with YouTube, in which he called them out for favoritism and possibly racism, and well, that whole storyline, the whole controversy, has developed quite a lot since the last time we talked about it. So much so that Markiplier responded, Jackcepticeye, and Markiplier even got, you know, he got unfairly treated by YouTube as well, and we'll be elaborating on all that, so yeah, let's get into it. Now, for those of you who don't know, coryxkenshin is a YouTuber who has over 14 million subscribers, and well, he made a video recently called YouTube Favoritism and Racism, in which he called out YouTube for playing favorites with big creators and overall doing things, or things may be motivated off his skin color and not because of actual judgment and wrongdoing and people going against the TOS. Gonna quickly play a clip of this video to give you guys a better understanding of what I'm talking about here.
Now, Markiplier, I don't know if you'll ever see this, but I just want you to know I have a lot of respect for you, and I didn't mean to drag you into the middle of this. Your channel just happens to be a great reference point because A, you're a really big YouTuber, and B, you're not black. So I can look at your channel, and then I can look at my channel or look at anyone else's channel and make sure that the things and the games that you play, that they're enforcing the rules equally to everybody. So I go to Markiplier's Mortuary Assistant Part 3, and he had the same situation going on, and his video wasn't age restricted. So I send the video to my YouTube rep. I say, hey, Markiplier has this situation in his video, but his isn't age restricted. Could you send that to the policy team and see what they say about that? He said, wow, Corey, that's some astute detective work. Let me send this to them and see what they say. What do you think happened after that? I'll give you a second. They came back and they removed my age restriction. They took it off after they already rejected my appeal. I sent them the clip of Markiplier's video that has the same thing, and they removed it.
So obviously, as you can see, Corey, you know, is very unfairly treated by YouTube, and they pretty much obviously have been proven to play favoritism with YouTube and bigger creators and stuff like that. It's pretty run-of-the-mill stuff here. If you know anything about the controversy, you would know what I'm talking about. Now, firstly, Corey's video obviously popped off. It caused a lot of response from the YouTube community, and it was all positive. Everybody pretty much agrees and stands with Corey, which is why this has gotten so big. And it got so big that Jackcepticeye made a video responding to what Corey said, agreeing with it, and talking about his own personal experience. So I will play a little bit of Jack's video right now.
So I just got back from LA, and right before I left, on my way to the airport, the main man, coryxkenshin, dropped an absolute banger of a video.
YouTube, you guys either play favorites, you are racist, or it's a mix of the two. These are the three options, YouTube.
He levied some pretty serious accusations against YouTube, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit in this video because I kind of have a lot of thoughts around these types of subjects when it comes to YouTube in general. The stuff that Corey talked about was very specific to his use case about what was going on with his channel. And he accused YouTube of playing favorites and possibly being racist against black creators and other creators of color when they upload their content. I mean, let's face it, I come from a place of immense privilege being a white man on the internet, so I can't speak for the racist side of things, but he brought up some pretty good points that are kind of hard not to think about in that regard, because he brought up a bunch of receipts as well, talking about his instances with the YouTube rep.
So obviously the video Jack made was way longer than that, and obviously I'm not going to play that entire like 30-minute video in my video, obviously. So go watch Jackcepticeye's original video on this. It is called YouTube Has Some Serious Issues or something like that. Very good video. Watch the whole thing. Definitely worth the watch. Go check it out. He talks about his experience with YouTube and just overall Corey and agreeing with him. Now, being that Markiplier was is the main person that people use as an example towards YouTube's favoritism, people have been waiting for Markiplier, to directly respond to this entire controversy, and well, he did. He didn't respond in a video that was extremely like serious or anything like that, specifically addressing this. He did something 10 times smarter, and honestly something that makes me respect him even more. Because just to further back up Corey's point, he uploads a video called, let me make sure I get this title right because this is top tier. Let me go to Markiplier's channel. Hold on, give me like 2 seconds. I'm searching this up right now. This is top tier. This is top tier. It is called Try Not to Get Age Restricted Challenge. I kid you not. So for those of you may be wondering, oh, is that a normal Markiplier video? How is that helping Corey? The whole video is full of him playing a game in which it's literally a Pornhub simulator pretty much. So it's where they have adult content in a video game, like genuine like reproduction actions that people do to reproduce, happening in that game. And well, he uploaded an entire video of him playing these games. Of course he censored it because he didn't need to get terminated, but he censored it, and he just saw if YouTube would demonetize this age restricted because it's sexual content at the end of the day. And well, guess what, for hours and hours on end, YouTube did not age restrict this at all. So this further proved coryxkenshin's point, backed up what he said about YouTube being favorites or playing favorites. And yeah, that was Markiplier's response. Now you may be wondering, how did YouTube mess up for Markiplier? Now there was an event that's going on that's called Game On, I believe, or something like that. And well, it's pretty much made for bigger creators to get more of a wider like reach and reach people and just help the community come together. And while Markiplier was a main promoter, a main face of this event, obviously being that he's a gaming YouTuber and he's very, very, very huge on the platform in the gaming niche. Now you think, yeah, maybe YouTube would respond to, you know, the fact that Markiplier made this age restriction video and just be like, yeah, you know, we're being extremely biased, we're being dumb, we need to change some things around when it comes to that and treat everybody the same. Nah. They remove him from the event completely. So their way of responding to, you know, Markiplier defending Corey and pretty much uploading a video to prove that YouTube has a bias towards him, they remove him from the event. There's no conversation, no warning of this. They just remove him fully. Now, you know me, myself, being a YouTuber, I love this platform and have a passion for it, but there just comes a point where we all have to take a step back and look at how idiotic YouTube really is at the moment. If we have massive creators being treated this way because they're talking about how overall awful YouTube is being with the way they're just running this platform, then, yeah, there's a problem. I mean, dude, Markiplier he's honestly as big as it gets on YouTube. I mean, like, obviously he's not, like, PewDiePie or Mr. Beast, but I mean 33 million subscribers is by no means a little amount. That is huge. 33 million individuals obviously love Markiplier, and I mean, dude, that is just in itself something that they're treating him like that. And even Corey, dude, Corey has 14 million. These are not small creators by any amount at all. These are some of the most marketable and known people on this platform. So it really just shows the direction YouTube is heading, because if you don't fully support them blindly, even if they're wrong, they're going to, of course, come after you, and you're going to face repercussions over this. Now, people like Corey and Markiplier are big enough to make a change and say things about it that will obviously reach not thousands, millions of people, tens of millions of people, and change something and start trends and all that. Not only that, but they're also speaking for the people who aren't big enough to, you know, really start that much of a effect, you know? There's been a lot of mess ups that YouTube has done over the years that people just haven't been big enough to get to a mainstream audience to make a change. And well, you know, people like Corey and Markiplier and Jackcepticeye are big enough, and they're using their platforms to spread awareness and show how YouTube is really being. And, you know, I have nothing but respect for that. Now, it's just crazy to me that they removed him from the event that they used to market to his fans and just millions of people that would obviously come to see Jackcepticeye. They just straight up removed him over the fact that he spoke up against bias on the platform. It's just like, bro, are we really in this time period or in this era in which people are this, like, into just silencing people that are actually trying to make a point? I don't get it, bro. It just blows my mind how far YouTube has come in this aspect. I'm obviously not gonna play a clip from this because I'm just not trying to get hit with the hammer by Susan. I'm just trying to be a a very good guy. But what I will say is, if you watch the video, you'll literally see exactly why this video would be extremely biased if they did age restricted. And not only has Markiplier uploaded it, Jackcepticeye has as well. I just checked, and both of these try not to get age restricted videos have millions of views, multiple millions of views, and it's just proving the bias of YouTube right now and how YouTube just is overall off something right now. I remember way back when Moist Critical got striked for making a specific video, and Markiplier didn't get a strike for it, and it was all controversy, and Markiplier just said, YouTube, strike me too. If you're gonna do something or give someone a strike, be fair to me too, and give me the strike because I did the exact same thing. And well, they doubled down and they gave Markiplier a strike too. Honestly, it's so many times where YouTube gives strikes for stuff that doesn't even need to have a strike. It's just, YouTube is really just not a good place right now. Hopefully this whole movement can make a change and, you know, overall fix some things and problems on YouTube, but we never really know. We live in an era in which YouTube is very unpredictable, and what will happen on the platform the next day just is something you can't even predict. Moral of the story here is coryxkenshin a GOAT, Markiplier's a GOAT, Jacksepticeye's a GOAT, and they're pretty much proving that YouTube's off a perk, and hopefully in the next few weeks, next few days, next few months, years, YouTube will improve. But on that note, I'm gonna sign out. Love you guys. Appreciate all the support on the channel. I really am happy to be back. Daily uploads will be coming back soon. Just doing every other day for right now. And yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.